Hello, children of God. Good morning. This is Chukwemeka from the Igbo Hebrews organization. Brothers and sisters, I want to thank you today for those of you who are trying in whatever way you can to follow the way of the Most High. And I want to remind you that you are not alone. Since for the last 8 months that we started putting up this video, a number of people have encouragingly showed interest in following the ways of the Most High. So the presentation today is going to come based on an encounter I had with someone who is a Christian who actually came to preach to me last week. So I wanted to share that here so that all of you understand. This fellow who is an Igbo person, and he came to preach to me as a Christian. He actually, I think he goes to Redeemed Church or Winners. I don't know what church he goes to, but apparently what they do is they in the church they go for house fellowship. So he decided to knock on my door for house fellowship. So I sat him down and I asked him the name of the God he worships. He gave me a lot of names. He said he worships that God has many names. His name is Jehovah. His name is Yahweh. His name is El Shaddai. His name is Jehovah Nissi. His name is Adonai, and all those stuff. And he kept on producing names, as many as he could. And I was like, I'm sorry, your God you worship has all these names. Is it referring to one person or so many other gods? He said it's one person, is a God. So first of all, I asked him, first of all, you know that Elohim is a plural. It means the gods. Elohim is not one person, it's not a singularity, it's a plural. So he of course didn't know that. So we got the dictionary, we went to the internet, and I was showing him things. So this begs the question, of course, brothers and sisters, if you see our video which is on the true name of God hidden in plain sight, and that has been our most powerful video. That video has truly inspired a whole lot of people. Almost everybody who have seen that video have sent one message or the other expressing their gratitude for that video. So when I walked this young man through the steps of this video, not the entire thing, it's a 1-hour video, but I walked him through the basics of the Most High, of the name of the Most High. He was shocked, but his shock did not surprise me, because when I was a Christian, I too was a victim of that ignorance. You see, most of these Christian churches, like the Catholic Church, when I was going to the Catholic Church, they don't really tell you the name of the God they worship. The Catholic Church does not do that. If you ask any Catholic what's the name of the God they worship, they will not tell. They will say it's definitely not Jehovah, but they will say it's Yahweh or Elohim or anything, but they will say it's not Jehovah. If you ask Jehovah Witness, they will say it's not Yahweh, it's Jehovah. So you see, first of all, these are all terrible information. They are all wrong. But different churches bear different names of the wrong entity, and then they debate among themselves without actually sitting back and say, okay, which one is even true? Is any of them even true? And the actuality is that none of them, not one of them, is true. Because the interesting thing was that this young man, when he was trying to preach to me, and I asked him, but God said his name is I am that I am. He said, no, I am that I am is nobody's name. It's not a name, it's a title. The same thing, when I was a Christian, these are the same thing people are told. And I was like, I'm sorry, did you give God that title? What kind of title? Are you saying that God lied to Moses about his identity? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that he called Moses, went through the stress of getting him to save the children of Jacob from Egypt, and he couldn't even give him his name? You see, people should be conscious of the things they say about God. So what I basically told him is, brothers and sisters, this: if you as a Christian does not know the name of the God you worship, how can I trust you with my salvation? And And this is a very important question. People should ask themselves that. I mean, if the church you go to, if your pastor that you're dedicating your whole life, your whole savings, your whole everything to, cannot even tell you the name of the God that he says will do miracle in your life, how do you trust any other thing he's telling you? That's why we thank the Most High. In this congregation, we first of all made it very clear to everyone the name of the God of Abraham as revealed to Moses. In Igbo language, we call him Chukwu Abiyama, and we showed in one of our videos that Chukwu Abiyama means God of Abraham. In Igbo, if you translate the Igbo word, God of Abraham, that's what it means. But his name, as revealed to Moses, is I am that I am, which is in the ancient Hebrew tongue is Aya Asha Aya. And if you see the video we presented, we explain this in great detail. We explained it for anyone to understand, and people have been understanding. So most people, most Christians, when they call God Elohim, Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Rapha, they don't know the implications. First of all, Elohim is a plural, and this young man was actually telling me he called God Shekinah. Shekinah is actually a goddess. It's not even a masculine entity, it's a feminine entity. So all these things were the things I showed this brother, and he was shocked. And anybody who actually take time to go through these things, they will be shocked, because nobody really know. I mean, if you don't believe me, just spend some time on the internet, try to look at the name of God. You see the complexity. You see about William Tyndale, how he wrote this and wrote that. You see about the Masorite, how they changed this from that. It's so complex that the Most High is now an author of confusion. So what happened was that these people, these children of perdition, they went to the Canaanites, to the Samaritans, and got the name of their gods and joined it together to get what they call Jehovah or Yahuwah, or whatever they pronounce it to be. Some people call it Yahusha or whatever. Those words were gotten from the name of the Semitic tribes, the Canaanites, the Samaritans. Canaanites, of course, I'm sorry, they are not Semitic anyway, but these are the gods of the people around the Hebrews. None of this was gotten from the Hebrews themselves. Then they will tell you that Jehovah is the official God of the state of Israel. Well, first of all, the Hebrews are not Israel, because the Jewish people are not Hebrews, and the Hebrews do not worship El. So when you say Israel, the children of Israel, you are talking about Israel. If you don't worship El, then you better take that out. So in the video, we explain the true name of the Most High, and we break it down. And I want brothers and sisters to bear that in mind, because when people come to preach to you, or people come to talk to you about this, it's important that you talk from the position of knowledge. And brothers and sisters, another thing you have to know is this: if you don't know these things, it's just a matter of time. I mean, you don't have to castigate those who don't, because these are all revelations, and the Most High is gradually waking his people up. If you begin to castigate people for not knowing the name of the Most High, you just throw them off, and that's not evangelism on your own part. So what you need to do is to gradually inform people, like I did with this young man today, and I'm very sure that he'll probably spend the whole day looking into this whole thing from based on the discussion we had. What you need to do is to be able to gradually enlighten people. Don't count on you waking people up. You can't wake people up. That is not your job. That is the job of the Spirit, Holy Spirit of the Most High. Your responsibility is to inform people. Once you inform them, the Most High will plant his seed in them. So it's important that people know this. It's also important that whenever you meet someone who is blinded by this false religion of Christianity, through which the name of the Most High has been dragged in the mud, you should at least inform them. If you have the time, and if you believe that they are going to listen to you, you at least inform them and let them know what you're doing. So it's important that when you meet people like that, you inform them. count on converting them. Just inform them and let the Most High do His deed. So that's our Sabbath lesson today. Brothers and sisters, we are working on our website. We got some feedback that the website should be more interactive, and basically what we want to do is to have like a membership section in the website, so that we can have an idea of the number of people that are actually practicing Hebrewism. I mean, you don't have to identify yourself, or there's no fee to be a member. Everybody that watch our video knows that we do not collect anything from anybody. But we want a situation whereby if people ask Christians, for instance, a lot of people have been asking Christians about the feasts and the Hebrew calendar, and usually I just send mail to them individually. But if we have a membership section in the website, those kind of information will be there, and anybody can easily access it without, as in, I won't have to type the information twice or three times. It will just be there. And then not only the information, again, in any Hebrew gathering, any Igbo gathering, is not one person talking. We are not Europeans, we are Igbos. If anybody has any information, so the person can easily post it there as well in that membership section. Any information that they feel can be beneficial to those who will come across it. So that's what we want to develop. We want a situation whereby your website will be more interactive for the children of the Most High who have decided to come back to the worship of the true God of the Most of Abraham, and so that we can track how effective the message you are putting out there is. So all those will be coming out. The work on the website is currently ongoing now. I'm actually doing that myself. So hopefully we'll be able to roll that out by next month. So may the Most High of Majesty bless each and every one of you.